It's the Allstate Hometown High School Football Game of the Week, brought to you by Jim Twiggs, Lee Riley, along with Gary Littell with you, as the Tecumseh Arrows will be hosting the Vandalia Butler Aviators. Tecumseh High School, right here at Spitzer Stadium, is where we are located. Both Tecumseh and Vandalia have had very lean years as of late. For the Aviators, their last winning season was back in 2015, when they were 7-4, made it to the first round of the playoffs. Now this year, didn't start off the way they wanted it to, as last week they were beaten by Harrison 42-19 as first-year head coach John Puckett didn't get the start that he wanted. Head coach John Puckett came to Butler from Centerville, where he spent 7 years in Centerville, and he was the defensive coordinator there for the last 4 years. So the problem that they had, the big problem, was the defense. The defense gave up 491 yards against Harrison. 378 of those, Gary, were through the air. And the biggest improvement is between week number 1 and week number 2. We'll see if that happens this week. Right now, shall we? Let's take a look at, as Gary checks out, Vandalia Butler Aviators and the keys to victory for the Aviators.
We're looking forward to this game tonight because there's got to be some balance there. They got to really be able to rush Ryan Martin a lot more. And they got to make those passing attempts and create more of those opportunities down the field. And, of course, control the clock. Rest your defense. You don't want them out. And it's hot and humid out there tonight.
Yes, it is. Very hot and humid. And, Gary, what about the players that we have to watch this evening for Vandalia?
Well, there's your quarterback right there, number 6, and that's Mason Motter. He's a senior quarterback, 8 for 19, 153 yards, 2 touchdowns last week. So he's going to be running and also passing, so you got to keep your eye on him.
Now, just like Vandalia, the last homestand that Tecumseh had, they had more wins than they did losses. On number 20, I jumped in front of you there, Gary.
Number 2 is Nicholas Coy. He's the senior linebacker. 2 tackles and 2 sacks and 1 forced fumble. So those are those 2 players you want to watch for the Aviators.
Offense and defense. But the last time that homestanding Tecumseh had more wins than losses, you got to go back to 2012 when they went 8-3, and they also made it to the first round of the playoffs. Head coach Chris Corey has to feel very good about his chances of making it to the playoffs. If anything is like it was last week, where they came up with a 31-0 blanking of Fairborn. Now, the offense and the defense were both firing on all cylinders. The offense getting 383 total yards, with 108 of those through the air. 275 yards were on the ground against Fairborn. Head coach Corey has to feel pretty good about the defense as well. They gave up a total of 138 yards, with 71 of those yards through the air, and on the ground, 67 yards, Gary. What about some of our keys to the game for Tecumseh?
Well, keep up that defense. We're going to see a quarterback over there for the Aviators throwing the ball, so we'll see how that changes. Open up the passing game as well downfield, and just keep grounding and pounding and running that football.
Yes.
Run some time off the clock, and then use your passing game.
All brought to you by Dave Cale Chevrolet, right there in the heart of Mechanicsburg. Now, who do we watch tonight, player-wise, for Tecumseh?
Well, right there on your screen is number 21, David Berner. He's a senior running back. He'll get a lot of looks tonight, 113 yards, 2 touchdowns rushing. And the other guy is AJ, they call him AJ. AJ Bellion. And he is a senior and linebacker, tackles, forced fumble. So he's going to be a force number 10 right there in the middle.
And I think, Gary, we're going to get lucky for the second week in a row. But let's check out our forecast and see what it looks like this evening, and our game time temperature as well. All brought to you by Houck Brothers. With cooler weather on the way, it's time to get your heating system checked. And, Gary, let's check on that weather.
There's the big number right there, 82 degrees right now. Wind speed and direction, very, very slight, 4 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation, that's our best number.
I love it.
0, but there's a lot of moisture in the air tonight.
Yeah, especially with Gary and I. Our game forecast and temperature was brought to you by Houck Brothers. Now, let's check on that poll. You know, we asked you to go to Facebook. We asked you to go to all the different ones, Twitter. And we asked that you vote and tell us who you think is going to win the ball game. And, Gary, who does that look like right now?
Well, Vandalia Butler has a huge, huge lead. 72% over Tecumseh, 28%. And that's as of now, so there's still time to do it. So
yeah.
Get on there, and we do it every week, so make sure you participate right there, and that tells you how to do it.
That's kind of cool, our online, well, let's see how close you guys get. And it's all on your shoulders. More of the pregame and the opening kickoff and a whole lot more going to be coming your way on the local TV for me, Sports Network. And Spitzer Stadium, we're right here at Tecumseh High School, the home of the Aviators. And, well, they're just about ready to head out, and here they come through the gauntlet. Tecumseh looking for win number 2 this season. The Vandalia Butler Aviators right across the field. They came onto the field a little earlier. They're looking to get off the schneid and come up with victory number 1 this season as they were downed by Harrison last week. And we're just ahead of the opening kickoff, Gary. Let's check out those officials. Brought to you by the Greater Ohio Eye Surgeons. We're seeing is believing, and well, who are those guys in stripes huffing and puffing tonight?
Well, we're going to keep an eye out for the white hat, and that's Don O'Connor, and he's our referee. Our line judge is Mark Overholzer, line judge Jordan Nipper, and the back judge Brandy Snyder, and then umpire is John Pekarsky, and you can see them out there on the field just prior to coin toss there.
Donald O'Connor looks pretty good. He used to be an actor back in the 30s and 40s, but he's going to be out there. Eyes on the Officials has been brought to you by Doctors Larry Fish, Gary Lau, Scott Stork, and Sam Gallo. Give them a call, 800-638-2034. The Greater Ohio Eye Surgeons, where seeing is believing. So if we are to believe what you out there watching the ball game and listening and, of course, have come up with this week, you have already Vandalia Butler winning the ball game, so Tecumseh can go home.
Yeah, 72% over Tecumseh, 28%. But then remember last week it was the other way around. Everybody picked Kenton Ridge, and that was Mechanicsburg ended up winning that one.
Yeah, that was a ball game that I couldn't believe last week. So
and you can still nominate all week long.
Yeah,
so get on there and do it for next week.
And don't forget, it's R-I-L-E-Y, Lee Riley, and Gary Littell. We're going to be running against each other. Not winning the toss, but Butler will be receiving the opening kickoff. And we'll see how quickly they can get things going against this defense of Tecumseh, Gary.
Well, you want to watch for the kick returners that go back there for the Aviators. Number 25 is also a running back and a kick returner. Mm-hmm. And the other one you're going to look for as a kick returner will be number 11. That's Brad Daly, and he's a senior, and so is Martin. So not a whole lot of players that you're going to have to spotlight tonight because there's just kind of a new group of kids that are just kind of coming within themselves. And as you look over there, number 13 is going to stick out there. That's Bryant Johnson, and he also is a kick returner. So you're going to watch him, and look at the size of him. He looks like he could probably fly down those long legs.
Looks very quick.
And it looks like he's one of those running backs that we like to see stride for stride.
And he can catch the football as well. He's got 6 points to his side of the ledger so far this year. And we are just about ready to go. The officials are out there. Both the teams, finally, it's Vandalia as they break their huddle around their head coach. And Tecumseh, well, they are still gathered around their head coach right now. And there they go, out onto the field. And we are just about ready for week number 2 of high school football action. Spitzer Stadium is the place. And don't forget, upcoming at halftime, we're going to try to give away some of that Security National Bank dough on the throw for dough as well. A lot of good things right here. Ball being teed up. Tecumseh will go on defense first.
Number 88 is going to be kicking off.
He is going to be kicking off, and we thought maybe he may not be, but that's another story. But Kenyon Runner kicking up. Boy, he put his leg to that one. Holy smokes. Down at the 1-yard line.
That's Ryan Martin.
Coming out to the 10 to the 15. Cutting to the far sideline. Got the 25-yard line and still going. Then he's going to be downed right there as he's going to be at the 25. So not bad field position. But did you see that leg? Holy moly. He had a 43-yard field goal last week.
And he got kind of dinged up apparently during soccer or practice, but looked like that one worked all right. And he's looks like he's going to be okay this game. We'll see when it comes down to field goal time, huh?
Sometimes at least I used to, when it comes game time, some of those aches and pains go away. Long snap count. Handoff, Martin, straight up the middle. So he's going to be stopped, but you know what? Going to pick up about 7 yards on the play. Let's see. Out to about the 32, so it's going to be 3 yards shy. Boy, that was a nice run by Martin. Very nice run. As they want to keep that football on the ground against Tecumseh. Now, Tecumseh, what they want to do is go in the air when they're on offense. Because Vandalia can be thrown against. Motter, who had his man intercepted. Intercepted by Tecumseh. Heading to the far sideline, then going to be shoved out of bounds. Was Quentin, was the Q, as they call him. Boy, there's that play in practice where the coach will stand there, it seems like for hours, throwing the ball up, knocking it around, and that's the kind of play that you need to make on defense, and that's exactly what the Q did, is he kept his eye on the ball. And would you look at Tecumseh? They've got the ball at the 35-yard line of Butler. Breaking the huddle, big number 77, Chase Manziel, 6'4", 370 pounds.
Good chance for Tecumseh right here to put it in the end zone.
Hand it off, straight up the middle. Burner comes up with maybe 2 yards, could be 3 yards. Let's see where they officially mark it. And it is going to be about a 3-yard gain. So it's 7 yards to go for the first down. Second down, we're just underway. 10:54 remaining in this first quarter of action. As heading into the ball game is Hunter Minton bringing in the play for the Tecumseh Arrows. Let's see if they do throw the ball any. They're basically a running ball club.
And they got to find balance somewhere along this
season.
Boy,
they sure do. Man in motion, gets the football. Coming to this near side, puts his head down at the 30, crosses the 30, out to about the 31-yard line. Coming up with that football is Gavin Watson. So Watson will pick up a few, let's say about 4 yards. So that's going to be third down and third down and about 4. Third down and about 4. As the ball is just across the 30 to the 29-yard line. Q coming out to this near side or the bottom of your screen, but everybody else in pretty tight. Into the backfield, Burner, number 21. He's going to get the football. Sweeps to the press box side, puts his head down. Well, no, I don't know. He had to make it to about the 26-yard line, and the officials have got it marked there at the 26. Just short. That's going to be fourth down. And maybe, about a half a yard or so to go for that first down, Gary.
Yeah, this is just a power dive play. You got to have this right off tackle and get your line to really push. But when you look at the Aviators, they are stout. There's some big boys on that defensive line for Butler as the wide receiver goes to the top.
Caden Riley, no relation, coming into the ballgame for Tecumseh. Going to go straight up the
and
middle.
Yeah.
Will Souter. That little twist move got him the first down that he needed. So Souter gets it to the 24-yard line. Pick up about a yard and a half. So first down for the Tecumseh Arrows as they are moving the football onto that turnover. And they want to see if they can get it to pay off. Although they've got a guy that can boot the football pretty good, Kenyon Runner, who is 1 for 1 field goal-wise this year. He kicked a 43-yarder last week. Just one man in motion.
Jaden, go Jaden!
Jaden gets the football and will get it maybe to the 20-yard line. So it is at the 20-yard line. It's going to bring up second down and 7 yards to go for that first down. 8 minutes and 35 seconds. And this has just been a quick quarter so far because both ball clubs using the ground. Tecumseh plays everybody in tight. They do have a wing that far side. Burner in behind the quarterback, Souter. Rolling this way is Souter, looking, got a man down the middle, but overthrew the intended receiver, and that being Betleon, as he was covered pretty good, and it was kind of like in no man's land. There was a receiver downfield about another 5 or 6 yards, but it just fell harmlessly to the turf. And the clock stopped with the incompletion. It's 8:13 remaining, and it's going to be now a third down. And still 7 yards to go for the first down. And if you add things up right now,
we don't have any passing yardage.
No. No. Not at all. Let's see if we get any. Although Tecumseh did try. That was their first one. Souter backing up again. Throws it out in that left flat. Burner with the football. Got a head of steam going. And I think he's got himself a first down. They're going to mark it down at about the 11-yard line. He had to get to roughly the 15. First down and 10 yards to go. The ball is at the 11-yard line of Vandalia Butler. Jim Twiggs, your all-state good hands man. Of course, supplying all the high school football each and every week right here on local TV for me, Sports Network. Coming out to this near side of the field, down to the bottom of your screen is Hunter Mitten. That's about all that comes out. Souter hands it off to the first man through over the right side. Putting his head down was Wasson, as Wasson picks up a couple of yards, but it's going to bring up a second down and about 8 yards to go for the first down.
Big number 52 coming in there for Tecumseh. Kind of giving a break there. That's Brandon Henn, 5'11", 215-pound senior. And we get a little bit of a breeze now.
Thank goodness.
Kind of cooling off a tad.
It gets anything around 70 degrees.
I'll tell you that Tecumseh center's a big guy. Number 70-77, man. Ooh.
How would you like to go up against him, Gary?
I wouldn't.
Well, you'd have quick feet.
Oh, yeah, you just hesitated too long.
Too long, just too long. Wasson had absolutely nowhere to go there. He tried to spin his way through, but that wasn't going to work.
Yeah, that's you got to get that ball and go up north-south. You can't sit there and hesitate, and it was wide open.
How's that saying? Go, he who hesitates.
Yeah, that's right, he's lost.
Yeah, that's what happened. He lost out on that. Heading into the ball game is Caden Riley.
Yeah, see if he goes
no
back
relation,
there.
of course.
Yeah, see if he goes back there. He's going to the top of the screen there as a wide receiver.
They got a slot to the top of your screen as well. In that slot is Gavin Wasson.
That Burner's a big kid.
Souter looking.
He's
got some running room if he wants it.
Oh, he should have kept it.
Throws it back into the corner of the end zone, and as you heard Gary in the background, he could have picked up. Well, who knows if he would have got the first down, but he'd have picked up positive yards on that one.
Let's see. Here comes number 88. See if he's got a boot on him today.
He's got a 43-yarder to his credit. Look at this. And just overthrows the intended receiver. Would have been out of bounds anyway.
But right before we saw that on that replay, he could have just cut up field and gotten pretty close. Or made the field goal a little bit easier.
Okay, this is at the, 17-yard line.
Yeah, 17 is where they're going to spot it.
Yeah, it's where they're going to spot it. Ball down.
Was
that partially blocked?
I think it might have been blocked because it just died.
Yeah, it just died right there. So, it all goes for naught, as it'll be Vandalia's football, as they will go on offense against the Tecumseh Arrows. But that one just looked like a dying quail. Just absolutely went nowhere.
Well, you live by that kick sometimes, and we've seen too many games in the past where it just hasn't gone well. And it looks like they're going to get ready to move this ball down the field, the Aviators here, with some passing.
Ball at the 20. They are split out. Long snap count once again. Going to hand it off. Oh, nice running room. Found himself a little bit of running room, and that, of course, was Ryan Martin. Martin brings it out across the 25 to about the 27. That's going to be a 7-yard pickup. Nice pickup on the play. Reminded me of a couple of the running backs last week for Mechanicsburg. Just got to the line of scrimmage, saw what he saw, and made the cut. Made the cut right, too. Mason Motter is your quarterback. Defense set up. 1, 2, 3, 4 men across the front for the Tecumseh Arrows. Ball snap back. Martin with the run. Goes over that right side. He's got himself a first down and a little bit more.
And he's still going.
Take the entire Tecumseh. Boy, the official on the near side of the field was blowing his whistle. He looked like he was a little bit scared for Tecumseh's defense, because Vandalia just, look at it. He just will not give it up. That's football. Ball just across the 35-yard line. First down. 10 yards to go.
Here's your passing situation.
Look at the trips at the top of the screen up there, Gary.
Quads.
Yeah, they got a guy on the slot right there, too. wonder if this is going to be a pass. There's nobody in the backfield. Being chased and gets away from the first tackler, and then it's going to be dumped basically at the line of scrimmage. And he's going to feel that one. Mason Motter got rocked right there at the 36-yard line. It's going to bring up second down and 10 yards to go.
Second and 10.
And again, they split everybody out. There'll be one man in the backfield, and that being the guy that's been able to pick up some running yardage, and that being Ryan Martin in there with his quarterback Motter. Top of the screen, split out. Long snap counts. As Martin gets the football, and boy, he just finds the right way, and he spins away from the tackler, and he's done that 2 or 3 times now. Nice pickup on the play. It's going to be about a 5-yard pickup, make it third down at about 5 yards to go for the first down. We are down to 4 minutes, 26 seconds left in this first quarter, and right now we are scoreless. Motter goes back, looking out into the flat, got his man. Oh! Somebody heard some footsteps, that being Brian Johnson, and actually he looked upfield and he saw nothing but green grass, Gary, and dropped the football. Watch this.
Hit him right. He turned his head too soon. And they have 3 attempts for 0 yards passing here. That's one of those statistics you don't want to have here as you end up the first quarter.
Yeah.
But you can hear the coaches on the sideline and also up here. I'm sure you can hear them up here telling them, just look at all you have to do is watch number 25. And then the sleeper we just saw going out on a wide receiver pattern. That's Bryant Johnson right here on your screen at the bottom. And then the guy in the slot, now is number 25, Ryan Martin.
Yeah.
So that's a little dangerous down here. You got two threats right here at the bottom of your screen.
Okay, it's 4th down and 5 yards to go.
Yeah, they're resetting the clock.
And it looks like Vandalia might go for it.
Yeah, they are.
Ball at the 41-yard line. Their own 41-yard line.
Could be a draw play here. Good play for a draw play.
Hey, you got nobody in the backfield. Maybe a reverse. He's going to try it. Being rushed. Fumbles the football. It is Tecumseh's ball. Again, great field position. Coming up with that football was Kalen Jarrell. And it is going to bring up first down, 10 yards to go for the Tecumseh Arrows. Another break defensively. Another break defensively for Tecumseh. Yeah, they made that break on their own. They really rushed, and the quarterback, now watch this. He has nowhere to go, no time to do anything but to try to duck out of there. There he is, he's gone. And the ball comes out. And the ball was out, before he hit the ground. Double wing. Wingman coming to this near side. Pushing it back. Burner has got the football. There goes a helmet flying off. That off the head of Nicholas Murphy. There's a flag on the play. Now, if this is against Tecumseh, it may be Vandalia turning it down, but we'll see. Holding is preliminary against Tecumseh. And let's see if they're going to, they probably will, just to keep them away from the goal line, because they know, Vandalia knows they've got a kicker that can kick it from, he did last week, 43 yards out. Didn't have the success earlier in this ball game, but he can boot the football. And as Gary had mentioned, I had a little bit of a problem where he got hit in his legs and may not be 100%. 3:52, that's all that remains in this first quarter, and it's zipping right on by. It's going to bring up first down and 20 yards to go for the first down. Ball is at the 49-yard line. They've got to get it just down to about the 30. Just inside the 30 of Vandalia Butler. Sending command of the top of the screen is Tecumseh.
Caden Riley, they're
looking down the middle, got a man open, but it's thrown too high, too much. Too much was underneath that pass.
Nice coverage by
very nice coverage.
The Arrows.
Double team.
Number 28 coming in across there. And that's Adam Jacobs. Real nice play for him. Look at this. He goes up there and knocks it down right there in his hands. But a little dangerous thrown into double coverage. If you're going to do that, you might as well try to throw it a little bit farther and let the receiver run under it.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what you should do. I mean, the pass was nice. It had some touch on it, but probably too much.
Just hung up there a little bit too long.
Chase Manziel, a hulk of a man at center, 6'4", 370. High snap. nowhere to go. Now he's going to try to throw it to the
throws out of
sidelines,
bounds,
but just basically threw it out of bounds. Gavin Wasson was the receiver out there, but it was way, way over his head. That's going to set up a punting situation, and this means that actually it could be some pretty good field position for Tecumseh. Check that. It's third down. Excuse me. I thought it was fourth down. Third down and
Well,
20.
it's a long ways. Yeah, they have to get at least down to at least the 30. They need all 20 yards to get even close to his range.
Yeah, they do.
Especially with that missed one we just saw.
Got three receivers right there at the bottom of your screen. They're just stacked in. Ball snapped
Wide
back
open
with
in
the
the middle.
football is Souter. Souter going downfield and being shoved out of bounds. There was a fight for the football with the two number 8s of Vandalia, Butler, Nicholas Murphy, and then Gavin Wasson, and it just went harmlessly out of bounds. Here's the throw.
And here comes
Heading
the punter out there.
downfield, and actually, I'm not so sure that would have been a catch anyway, had it been caught by Wasson, because he was out of bounds for a couple of steps there. But he was shoved out, too.
And the defender had his head turned around for Butler, so no foul there. As back to punt is going to be number 21. And that's David Berner. He does everything, runs the ball.
Yeah, he does.
And he punts it.
Averaging about 32.5 yards a punt.
And the speed demon back there is Bryant Johnson.
Johnson awaits the punt.
And he's
coming
not
to
going
the
to get a
sideline,
chance.
and boy, that's where you want it. And he would have liked to have seen it go a little bit further.
Watch where they walk it up here and spot
it. He's going to stay at the 28?
28-yard line.
Wow. He did keep it away the way he wanted to from Bryant Johnson, and he did. It just didn't get enough on the football.
So first downs for Tecumseh, 2. And for Vandalia Butler, 1.
Wow. Did you say defense? 3:15 remaining in this first quarter. And with all the passing that's been going on, the clock has been stopping a lot. As calling out the signals is Mater. Martin gets the ball up over the right side, right guard, and will pick up a couple. Call it about, 1, 2, 3, 4 yards. So it's going to be second down and about 6 for that first down.
Yeah, when you see this kind of an offense, that's what you expect. 25, 25, 25 right, 25 left, A gap, B gap. And then the defense just takes a little nap, and then boom, that's when they hit you on the long pass.
Yes. I'm perspiring up here, Gary. I'm a little hot.
Luke Shampton, big receiver down here at the bottom of your screen.
Ooh, yeah, he is. Throw it high and just let him go for it. Man in motion. Man in motion gets the
nice
football.
tackle.
Gonna be dumped in the backfield as trying to pick up some running room was Connor Hendricks. And there was just no going with that defense that was set up by the Tecumseh Arrows. And blasting through there, actually eluding a tackle, was number 24, and that was Kyle Wells. That was a nice tackle. Top of your screen, the man you should watch, Bryant Johnson. Got a couple of receivers to the bottom of your screen. Martin in the backfield. As calling out the signals will be Mason Mater, their quarterback, in the shotgun. Looking to pass. Got 1, 2, 3, 4 receivers. Now he's being chased. He may not get that pass. David Berner is after him, and it's going to dump him. Berner was after him and dumped him inside the 20, back at the 18-yard line.
And that's the basically the second sack tonight. The last one, he lost the handle, and that's 3 and out right there, fourth down.
But the defense, let's give the defensive backfield a lot of credit back there, Gary, because they just he couldn't throw the ball.
Number 17, Andrew Boren going back there to punt. And we got some speed demons back here for Tecumseh. Number 8, Gavin Wasson.
Wasson is back there. He's on this near side.
And Wells. Watson and Wells, W and W.
The WW
Oh, that was a shorty.
Yeah, it's a short punt. It's going to bring rain. It takes a Tecumseh. Tell you what, Tecumseh so far has had the breaks with great field position. They have to start capitalizing. Look, would you look to get connected? Oh, yeah. You can do that. Community events, sports, stories, and contests and videos, and the whole 9 yards. You are going to love it. Just make sure that you go to one of the places, Facebook. You can also go to Twitter as well. And what's that one?
That thing you call Target.
Yeah, it's a
Target.
Target.
A little Target there. Yeah. What is it, Lee?
I don't know. Local TV for me.
It's not MySpace.
I couldn't get that last week. Handoff in the backfield, and I tell you, there's a lot of gang tackling. Ooh. Now we got a flag. This one may go against Nicholas Coyle of Vandalia, because as walking back to the huddle was Gavin Watson, and Colt just came up and gave him a big shove long after the play was over. Well, we'll see.
Here's our call from the referee.
So we shall see. Okay, personal foul. There we go. And it will go against Vandalia. Normally on something like that, Gary, and you know it, and I know it playing ball, somebody shoves you, you come back and shove them, and you're the one that's going to get caught.
Let's see if we can catch it here.
Okay, now watch this.
Plays over there, and then he tries to rip the ball. Yep.
All right, the ball is all over. Boy, here's some other great field position as the ball is way down in Vandalia Butler territory, and we're talking at about the 27-yard line. Top of the screen split out way wide is Riley. Up the middle.
9 yards.
Well, that was some nice handling with the football as everybody carried out their fakes, and it was coming up with about, 7 yards. So it's going to be second down and about 3 to go for the first down. So Ferguson picked up some good running yards. We're down to 12 seconds. That is going to be it for the first quarter of action. And it is the score. Scoreless, as a matter of fact, in this first quarter. More high school football action coming your way on the local TV for me, Sports Network. Well, time right now here at halftime with Vandalia Butler leading Tecumseh 21-7 as we check some of our first half stats and scoring and see how the 2 teams got to this point in the game.
Well, there's your halftime score right there. Vandalia Butler 21 and Tecumseh 7. You're going to be seeing some of the plays coming up here. Here's the first play from Tecumseh off tackle, and he goes in for a nice little 1-yard run, and the kick was good. And that's Burner. That left the score 7-0. And then all the way around the far side, in for the score is Ryan Martin, a 10-yard run. And the kick's up and ties it up 7-7. Then with 1:44 left to go, a 10-yard pass. And he comes all the way out into the flat. And he comes in to the end zone for a touchdown. And that's Ryan Wilson. The kick is up. That makes it 14-7. And then with just 20 seconds left to go in the end of the first half,
wow,
Jackson Acker, 21-7, and that's your score here at halftime.
Wow, they have just been running all over the place in the latter part of the second quarter. Gary, for Vandalia, 14 of...
well, the statistic that really stands out there is passing.
Yeah.
7 for 11 for the Arrows, and then Aviators really got it going with 12 for 42, and I think they're going to stay with that the rest of the half. Turnovers, Aviators had a fumble and an interception, and then Tecumseh had that interception as well. So when you look at the yards rushing, Aviators have it on the ground and the air right now. Tecumseh's got to figure out something to do to get a little bit closer to the Aviators.
Still upcoming here at halftime, we're going to do our throw for dough from the fine folks at Security National Bank. And throwing for dough will be Abigail Townsend of Vandalia Butler and Anna DeWitt from the Tecumseh Arrows. Throw for dough that we do here at halftime. If you get it through, it's $500 for the athletic department. Let's check on our famous players of the half, brought to you by Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken. High bounce, nice pickup by Johnson. He's on the fly, heads to the far sideline, got some running room. Look out. He needs to outrun one, gets away at the 50, at the 40, at the 35, and it's going to be dumped out of bounds. 6-yard line. Waiting for that long snap count. Man coming in motion again. Martin gets the fake. Quarterback heading up the middle. Got some running room. Down to the 10. Almost down to the 6-yard line. And they did it. Second down. 10 yards to go. Martin gets the football. Now he reverses his field. Has got a lot of running room. Boy, does he ever. And he takes it.
Boy, what a...
motion man coming this way. Sauer looking and throwing it long, and it is intercepted. Intercepted by Gavin Casella. As great folks here. Craig Iron, athletic director, looking, double pumps. Johnson's got it. Gets away from the first. That was a nice tackle. That was. It is time now for the Throw for Dough, brought to you by the Security National Bank and the local TV for Me Sports Network. Now, both of the schools in tonight's game have chosen a cheerleader to try to throw football through the special Throw for Dough banner. Just for participating, each school's athletic department will receive $50 from Security National Bank. But if the football is successfully thrown through, you receive $500 for the athletic department. Please, welcome from Security National Bank, Angel Gwynn. Angel, wave at the folks and say howdy. There you go. And also Jenna Blades. There we go, Jenna. Our first contestant is from Vandalia Butler High School. It is Abigail Thompson. And Abigail, big round of applause. Throw it through. Here we go. Give her a football, ladies, and let's get this through here. Give away your $500. Oh! Just a little bit too wide to the left. And now, representing your Tecumseh Arrows, Anna DeWitt. Anna, good luck to you. Boy, the ladies from Security National Bank don't want to give up the football. Here it is. Oh! Hey, for the ladies holding the banner, move a little bit more to your right. We want to add a couple of. Thanks for participating. And if you want more information on the Throw for Dough, all you do is log on to www.localtvforme.com. Thank you.